So in this video, I am going to be turning everything Brawl Stars themed. Pins, skins, themes, anything that's Brawl Stars, I'll be putting in pretty much anything I can find. Not sure how many things I'm going to be doing in this video, but if you guys like this video, I'll make sure to do a ton more things. First thing I'm going to be starting off is a controller, and then I'll see what else I can find. So here's the controller I'm using. Oh, I'm also going to be telling some stories while I Brawl Starsify everything. I'll start off with how I got into Brawl Stars, and then I'll get into some juicier stories and some behind the scenes Brawl Stars stuff that happens in the community. Anyways, I had to take this controller apart so I could paint it. I decided to paint it this bright green. It was kind of inspired by the color of gems. I probably did like 3 coats of green paint and then let it dry. I made a rough outline of what I wanted on the controller with a pencil, so I'm just gonna go over it with paint and add some more details later. So I got into Brawl Stars because of my older brother, who is obsessed with Supercell games. He literally played all of them for hours. But at the time, I was really busy. I was going to school, working a job, and doing after-school activities, and even volunteering all at the same time. So I was really against getting into video games because I knew I would get so obsessed and waste so much time and literally get nothing done. I would watch my brother lay on the couch and play Brawl Stars when I left the house at 7 a.m. and then he would still be there in the same position on the same couch when I got home at like 10 p.m. I always made fun of him, and whenever he would tell me to play, I would absolutely refuse. Until one day, I had just gotten a new phone at the time, and my brother asked me to download Brawl Stars on it so I could try it out on my phone and see if it was better. Basically, he was thinking of buying a new phone for the sole purpose of being able to play Brawl Stars on better frames. I know, he was crazy about the game, but honestly today I would do the same thing. I told him, okay, but I'm gonna delete the game right after. Once I downloaded it, he started eating and said he couldn't test it out yet, so he asked me to do the tutorial. You know, the one with Shelly when you just start up the game? Yeah, everyone knows that. I named the account something really dumb because I wasn't planning on playing this game for long. I'm not gonna talk about the name because it's really embarrassing. Anyways, he ends up testing the game on my phone, and you guys, I never ended up deleting it. Look where I am now. Okay, so I made both the joysticks gems, but then I realized I missed out on the opportunity to make them the Brawl Stars joysticks. I mean, either way, it still looks great. Can you guys name all the references on this controller and where each one is from exactly? There are some really easy ones like the X and the checkmark sprays or the spike pin, but some other ones are a little harder to guess. I'm putting the controller back together, and oh my god, it's starting to look so good. And yes, this controller is completely usable, it works. Okay, on to the next thing. This is my cat Era. And no, I'm not making her Brawl Stars themed, but you see that red bandana she wears? I'm gonna be making her a new one. I'm using leftover fabric from my Furious Fang cosplay that I did a while back. It was a robe cape thingy he wears. I don't really have a use for it now. I usually try to repurpose all of my stuff from my cosplays. The red bandana she wears is actually from my Lola cosplay. I just cut the fabric in a square and then folded it in half. I'm going to be making the Squeak heart pin on it because I adore Squeak and the heart pin is just so cute. I also think the blue would go really good with the color of this fabric. So, when I first started streaming, I was invited to a Brawl Stars event in New York. If you don't know, I'm from Toronto, Canada, so it wasn't that far of a flight. I was invited by the owner of an esports org, and it was really fun because I got to meet so many people from the community, such as content creators and players. Well, while I was there, the owner of this org called me to him. We were all sitting in this large room after they did some sort of presentation. He was still standing at the front, messing around with his electronics. I went up there and looked at him all confused. Hey Ash, I really enjoy your streams, and I want to give you something. Thank you. What is it? You can have my mic. I don't really use it. It's really expensive, but I think you could really use it. Here, let me show you how to set it up. So yeah, the owner gives me his expensive mic, and I'm super thankful because I had just started streaming, so it really helped. Not that you'd really need an expensive mic to stream, but it was still really nice. Well, months later, this org and I had a little falling out. It wasn't too bad or anything, and maybe I'll go into detail about that another time, but he messaged me asking for his mic back. And not only that, he claimed that he had given it to me to borrow, kind of like a loan, and that we agreed that I would give it back to him at some point. That never happened. If that was the case, I would have never taken that mic. I would much rather have saved up my own money and bought my own mic than to borrow someone else's belongings. I was so confused and really upset, especially because I would have to ship it to him and he lives in a completely different country. We had a mutual best friend who was there when he gave me that mic. So I asked this mutual friend, hey, did the org owner say that he was giving me this mic to borrow? Or did he just give it to me? And my friend was just as confused. I think the liar just wanted the mic back, and honestly, I would have given it to him if he had asked politely, because he did give it to me and it is really expensive, but he would not give up this lie, which made me so angry. I just couldn't understand why he had to make up such a dumb lie. In the end, I ended up keeping the mic because I didn't think he deserved it back after he lied to me and tried gaslighting both me and my friend. The bandana is pretty much finished. The squeak pin and all the colors look so good on the yellow/gold fabric. This is how it looks on Era. What do you guys think? It looks so cute and she definitely approves of it. The reason why I put these bright bandanas on Era is because she goes on walks with me a lot. Yes, she's a cat that walks on a leash. Really well, actually. This is a MacBook, my laptop. I'm showing you this because, well, yes, I'm gonna be painting my very expensive laptop. I think the smart thing would be to get a plain laptop case and paint that instead, but I'm brave and I'm just gonna paint straight on my laptop. I was so nervous for this one because I could so easily make a mistake right on my expensive laptop, but I mean, I did it anyways. I'm gonna be making it Virus 8-bit inspired because it'll be pretty ironic since it's a laptop and you definitely don't want any viruses on it. I'm starting off by painting the entire thing black. I went over the Apple logo as well. Most people probably wouldn't want to do that because it glows when you turn it on, and if you cover it then, well, I mean, it wouldn't glow, but I really don't care. I freehanded this entire thing, which again was really brave because I could have made so many mistakes, but honestly, I was too lazy to get up and find a ruler or something to help me paint this. I just kind of painted and had fun with it. I used to be in a competitive Brawl Stars team a while back. I competed in a few monthly finals, which were so much fun, but I stopped playing competitively because of this reason. So my team and I would scrim here and there. I feel like I've done like only 3 to 5 scrims ever, which isn't a lot. During one of the monthly finals, we almost beat Tribe Gaming, which back then used to be Omen. Similar roster, just different name. We got to match point, but then end up losing the last game. Unfortunate, but my team was really good. We had a group chat on Discord, and slowly I started realizing that my teams started talking in it less and less, which was weird because I'd always see them scrimming without me. So I suspected that maybe they created a group chat without me. So one day I got into voice chat with 2 of them and confronted them about it. And I was right. One of them that wasn't in the call, there was 4 of us, they created a second group chat, and the 2 that I was calling with just went along with it. These 2 did admit to everything and they apologized, and of course I accepted the apology. They said it had nothing to do with my gameplay. It was just that one of them, she just didn't like me for whatever reason. I swear I'm such a nice person. I did figure out after why she didn't like me, but it had nothing to do with me. I didn't do anything. I'm not gonna say what it is because I don't want to expose this person, but this kind of made me quit playing competitively, even though I was really only doing it for like 3 months or something. Maybe I'll get back into it one day, but for now, I'm just playing for fun and making all sorts of content on Brawl Stars. I put a clear gloss on top of the paint to tie it all together. It turned out really nice. Again, if you like these kinds of videos and would like to hear more stories, let me know. But for now, I'll see you next time.